a little more items in order to make it happen. Some portal key reliance over there, but all 5 heroes for the Hellborn walking into the bottom lane here as they actually have the deep ward placed into the jungle by the port from Andromeda. Walking into Geomancer. They are going to spot him, but Geomancer know the jig is up and able to dig away. Long range escape ability, going to thwart any ability, but Rally pushing forward with the boots. Looking to get a compel stun.
Him.
Yeah, but the dig is just too fast.
I'm guessing it's a tri lane on the Hellborn side, Andro, CD, Rally, and then Elec just goes short lane.
Probably a little defensive tri-lane action, and you gotta love this Boots Rally. You know, really just kind of hanging around in the back, looking to compel people in or out depending on the context of the situation. And then obviously with these boots early on, able to do a lot of roaming. Maybe swapping himself into the mid lane, you know, catch an Engineer off guard who's going against Pebbles. Engineer kind of somewhat of a low HP hero. Could certainly die to a surprise gank from Rally. But it's just tri-lane versus tri-lane here in the top lane. Who do you think's got the favor?
Top lane? Luna and Magnus and FA. That's I mean, they have more stuns if you want to be that kind of person.
Sure.
That's the only thing that I can see. Like maybe FA dies faster, she's more squishy, but
well, I would say it's certainly up to them to connect their kill combo successfully, because if Corrupted Disciple, for example, or just any of them are allowed to exist after all spells are burned on the Legion side, then Corrupted Disciple's conduit starts to come into play.
True.
So, but they certainly do have the CC advantage, as Corrupted Disciple does not have any CC ability versus the Crippling Volley from Forsaken, but already putting some pressure onto Andromeda. The stuns are split. Rally misses the compel, but going to walk away speedily with those red boots as he has them. But look at here in the bottom lane. We have an Electrician versus a Geomancer. Now, Geomancer, a powerful hero in its own right with the Geostock ability. Already mentioned the strong stun that it has in its arsenal right out of the gate at level 1, but not a hero that I expect to really see in the solo situation in the competitive scene. Kind of expect to see it in that support role, but it is a strong 1v1 hero. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. I also had the same thought that you did. Like, this is usually a second support because he doesn't really need much, which means he's a strong
Magnus,
hero.
hold that thought. Taking the conduit heat, Rally and Corrupted Disciple pushing forward, and in the meantime, I was kind of letting you go on and watching the mid lane before, as I take my eyes off of the top lane for just 1 second, and Luna falls. So it's actually the Hellborn tri-lane that strikes first with first blood, getting the golden experience advantage from that. Rally sniping the top rune. There is a haste rune in the bottom rune position. We'll see who decides to grab that. Pebbles is walking towards it, probably going to grab it before he bottles it. Might help him in his quest for lane situation, but Magnus, the electric tide barely misses on the Magnus, who's able to lava surge away, and Rally takes a lot of heat from auto attacks, but what a tragedy. Gosh, what do you think? Did that electric tide at max range have the damage to finish off that Magnus? It seems like it may have. Just
maybe
pixels away from connecting.
Yeah. No, the CD is stronger in the lane. I guess I changed my answer. CD is, of course, after seeing it working out, but he has more. Doesn't he have more stats? Or am I?
He might be a little bit beefier than FA, but Geomancer taking a ton of heat from Electrician. He's getting walked down by the electric shield and does not have enough mana to escape. An Electrician with the boots is going to allow Geomancer no quarter as he falls in the 1v1 situation. And this is not necessarily looking good for the Legion side here, as we have it is only 2 kills, but boy, Electrician taking a kill in the 1v1 lane. This is a hero that can just get out of control if it's allowed to.
You can see top lane if you want to look at the differences there. You can see FA is being zoned. They're playing very scared on the Legion side. You can see they're always back. while the rally is constantly sitting on the side. So this tri-lane of Legion is kind of scared, and so FA doesn't get to last hit. Like,
Yeah,
there's supposed to be 3 people here to secure her farm, and they're not able to at the moment. They're struggling.
yeah. I'm looking at Corrupted Disciple and an FA. I think Corrupted Disciple starts with slightly more strength, but Rally gets gone on by Magnus. Kind of just thwarted in his initiation attempt. It looked like he wanted to go on FA or something. But they are even in terms of strength gain, but Corrupted Disciple has the benefit, has the advantage when it comes to starting strength. But Geomancer taking a ton of heat, has a double damage rune activated by on Electrician. Gonna be forced to dig away and not pursue the attack with that double damage. Electrician now skipping his ultimate in favor of more points into his starting abilities. Engineer, if I can just talk about this middle lane here, if I can just
we haven't talked about it at all, unless they're going bottom again.
Yeah, Geomancer has the double damage activated, but it's forced to retreat from this beefy Electrician who making progress towards a mana ring, and if he gets that, and Puppet Soul on Engineer taking out Sotilidium, and hold that thought, as we have action in the top lane as Magnus taking the conduit, getting pushed forward, the Compel connects onto Magnus with the crippling volley, putting a lot of heat onto Corrupted Disciple, but he comes out on top with the golden apple power supply, but Rally taking one more auto attack, going to end up falling, and Forsaken Archer fell as well. So a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of the Hellborn side.
What killed the Magnus? Was it the... Who
Who
was behind the tower? Was it the Andro W or something? What?
I can't it might have been an Aurora.
Yeah, the Andro W. Yeah, that's what I figured, because he was so far back. Yeah, Andro W got him.
Yeah, I mean that is quite a snipe on that ability. 1400 range. So nice, a nice kill for them. Nice double kill. But yeah, I mean, Pebble's having an extremely hard time in the middle lane, understandably so. I mean, Engineer is just such a strong 1v1 laner as he goes hard on Pebbles here, burns the energy field, gets him down into the deep red, but not enough CC or damage to completely finish him off, but just zoning Pebbles in the mid lane so well. 39 and 14 creep score on the side of Engineer versus 21 and 6 for Pebbles, so just doubling his gold value. 400 GPM here on Engineer versus sub 200 on Pebbles. Not the start you want to have on Pebbles. Engineer, rather Electrician, going hard on Geomancer in the bottom lane. Just 50 gold from finishing a mana ring, and that is very scary. A 7-minute mana ring on a solo Electrician? Woof. That's all I gotta say.
Woof, indeed. And I figured maybe they want to run the Geo bottom so he gets solo XP and he can do some like early game advances, because they have like Legion has 4 heroes that can just fight, right?
Right, but you know, Forsaken Archer certainly not having the start that she wants to.
No, but then the 4 of them can create space and she can farm, right. I guess.
And it's true, the fact that I think they're saving Grace here, and watch out, Magnus is smoked, thinking about going on Electrician. We have the ultimate from Geomancer, so here it comes. The Lava Surge, not able to get in range on this Electrician. The stun, the Crystal Field into the Lava Surge, but Electrician just so tanky. Going to be able to pop the shield and turn. Andromeda's here with the port now, and Magnus has to back away. The Comet Stun comes out on Geomancer, but it is Electrician who ends up falling first. Geomancer does fall, but now it's Magnus who's pursuing Andromeda, but Rally is here. Magnus gets compelled onto by Andromeda with the follow-up stun. It's a 2-for-1 exchange. Electrician pays, but gets 2 back.
Now look at this top lane. Like Magnus moved bottom, they got the high value kill on the Electrician, and now Corrupted Disciple is completely alone up here top. So this means this should be some sort of free farm for the Forsaken for some time, at least. So it's might not have gone exactly as he wanted, but they forced rotations, and they forced rotations out of the lane that they're losing. So I don't mind it at all. You're absolutely right. Speaking of rotations, there's a Geo mid lurking.
Yeah, assisting this Engineer. And I feel like, you know, one of the big stories for this game the Legion perspective, is this successful mid lane for Engineer, who's going to be able to determine the pace for his team.
Look at
If he
Rally
just
and
keeps
Geo.
up the pace.
Mid lane.
Rally is flanking, so now trying to
Right
even out the
outside.
scales. Going to be able to connect the Compel onto Engineer, who gets the follow-up stun, but Pebbles tossing Engineer back. The energy field comes out, Engineer taking auto attacks, Pebbles falls, Engineer is still walking away, but in pursuit by Andromeda, but Andromeda getting slowed by the turret! Can he land the Aurora snipe in 3 seconds? Looking for it, Engineer just able to stride away. Going with the port in the trees,
close.
Andromeda trying, but not able to connect. So a huge turn of events. They tried to go on Engineer, but able to walk away.
Did you see what Andrew did? She swapped the Rally to hope to save him, but she just swapped him into the energy field. So he died anyway. That's like, oh no.
Thank you for
Sorry, I tried to
recapping
help.
that.
I
I
tried
missed
to
it
help.
completely.
He swapped him up to the side, and then the NG managed to reach him with the energy field. Oh, that's so sad. Try your
Oh,
best to help.
the missed attempt from Geomancer in the bottom lane. Throws down the crystal field, but whiffs the stun. Electrician, though. 500 GPM now. Or it's not 500 GPM, rather. 500 gold saved up, 360 GPM. Yeah, stuns come out on the top lane, but just a little poke and retreat.
Then immediate TP bottom from Aluna. They want to go on this Electrician, but there's no mana on the Geo.
There is no mana on the
That's
Geo.
not on the Luna, that's the Forsaken. I see them wrong. They look similar.
Yeah, this... Are they both using the Christmas skin? No.
No, but I've only seen Christmas skin like that on a Luna, so it literally looks
Right.
like a Luna.
It
Okay,
does.
yeah.
It does look like the Christmas Luna. You're absolutely right. Especially when sometimes you just expect Forsaken Archer to be mounted. That is one of her
Yeah, exactly.
default
Yeah,
skins.
yeah,
She's
she's
mounted on
mounted.
something.
That's why. Oh well.
But you know, all things considered, this is a Hellborn advantage game. Rally pushing on to Engineer. The energy field is going to zone Pebbles from being able to come in, but Engineer gets tossed on by the illusion, but able to finish off Rally, and Andromeda taking the stun lock, going to fall as well. So talk about Hellborn advantage, but it is Engineer who gets the double kill in the mid lane, and Electrician surrounded by 2 in the bottom lane, but just so damn tanky. The mana boots now pushing forward the sacrificial stone. Level 9, level 5 Aluna and Forsaken Archer are not going to be able to do anything to Elec.
Jimid was expecting them. He was baiting. He just walked in and ulted. He didn't care. He knew they were going, and he knew he had backup. That was a good play by the NG.
And you can just see exactly how strong of an ability Energy Field is. Just throwing that ability down whenever you even smell the slightest hint of a gank coming down on you just thwarts the plans from the enemy team so well.
Bottom?
Rally gonna get spotted out here by Aluna. Takes the stun. They're aware, but in the middle lane, hold that thought. No time to even think, because Pebbles is gonna fall from the Geo Mag Engie. Pebbles struggling to make anything happen this game, but you know, all while this is happening in the bottom and mid lanes, we've got this Corrupted Disciple quietly farming away at 370 GPM. Once again goes for the Astrolabe route, you know, just going for the...
That's his style. That's how he likes it, and stick to your guts, right?
Now has Mystic Vestments, you know, so 1157 max HP, has the burst heal from the power supply and the Astrolabe.
Rally got his ulti now. Maybe they want to do something bottom, or I guess they saw that.
Well, they're going. Yeah, no time to even blink. This Engineer and Magnus tried to make something happen on Andromeda and Corrupted. Draws ports from Electrician and Rally though. Now
that
Pebbles
would have been a
pulled
good kill.
Space, maybe. Not really though. Oh, certainly.
Hmm.
I think if they would have gotten that kill, the game would have been Legion advantage all the way. But here,
I like mid. They want to go on this Geo. There's TPs coming in already. They see them. They know what's going on.
Yeah, Electrician gets his grip cancelled. Tries to put it hard onto Geomancer. Engineer displaces Rally very, very well. Electrician needs to get away from Magnus as the eruption comes out. Power throw connects on 1. A lot of abilities used, a lot of heroes lingering around, but no kills happening. Everybody's just going to split away. Forsaken Archer finding a little bit of space to farm on the other side of the map, who, at this point, up to 330 GPM. Not too shabby, given how it started. And an Engineer taking a grip from Electrician. And top rune, a little skirmish happening out between Geomancer and Pebbles.
Pebbles got the illusion rune, yeah.
And here we have Forsaken Archer with the Helm of the Victim, has enough for the Hungry Spirit, so going to be able to complete a Whispering Helm here. And that's really the only item that this hero needs in order to just sustain itself in the jungle. You know, pulling up almost 1,200 gold, so you wonder if he's going a different route. No, buys the Hungry Spirit.
There
Just
it is.
too good of an item.
He also has the Saxstone, of course. We have now established it's the superior item for any hero.
It's really just good. 8 all
by all
stacks,
means.
extra healing from the lifesteal. It's just, yeah.
Absolutely. What
But,
are we looking at? Magnus?
He's going to be able to. Yeah, this is just a very even game, as it was last game as well. You know, at this stage in the game, it was anybody's game in the last match of the series. So the story's the same. But here we go, Electrician getting initiated on, gets compelled out of that energy field by Rally, but now his shield is down, going to be able to put it back up. Baiting pretty hard for his team, but now it's Rally with the no compel off cooldown. Going to end up getting caught by and surrounded by 3. Falls very quickly. Magnus coming in from the flank. Going to land the stun on Andromeda. Electrician trying to make something happen. Not able to get the grip off because of the Steam Bath, and it's a 2 for nothing. So here we go. De Nova Brigada. Accumulating some momentum in this game. Their carry having a great time, just chilling in the jungle while all this happens. This little 4 protect 1 strat, or 4 heroes playmaking strat, while a hero with just a natural farming kit like Forsaken Archer is able to find a little bit of space, get a little bit of lift off, and starts flying, baby.
Look at the Engineer. We haven't talked about Engineer. He's 602 and he has Spell Shard and Storm Spirit. Like, he's having a baller game.
Yeah, I mean, what's the next item, do you think? I've seen Puppet Soul do this. I think he really just finds Spell Shards 1 to be enough. He's probably not going to rank it up if I had to guess, but Electrician now in no man's land gets surrounded by Engineer, Magnus, and Aluna. You know, he's very tanky with that energy field, but able to get caught in a stun lock with it down for a little bit. Takes a lot of damage to his HP bar. Aluna getting a little bit low, but here comes the eruption. Magnus just out of range to be able to get it to connect, but undoubtedly Electrician going to end up falling. So having a great start on Electrician, but maybe just getting a little overconfident. Now only at 315 GPM.
I don't think it's that bad though, because it doesn't matter that much that he died there, because they used the Magnus ulti. They have 4 heroes in this bottom area. Corrupted is farming freely top. He doesn't. Like, it's like Electrician is dying, but 4 or 3 people are farming on his team. Oh, Andrew died too.
Yeah, Andrew dies to Engineer. Quick kill gets sniped out. But yeah, I mean, Corrupted Disciple doing, you know, obviously not the star farming hero like Forsaken Archer. You know, when I think about Forsaken Archer, I'm just reminded of Moon Queen as well, right? Like, these 2 heroes are just kind of these staple farming heroes that just really require nothing but, you know, a Whispering Helm and some levels to just make the farming circuit happen in the jungle. So just, yep, bottom lane, gotta watch out for it. But Forsaken Archer is just a farming beast. But obviously with the start that Corrupted Disciple had, now has a Dawnbringer after that, not a Dawnbringer, a Lightbrand after that Astrolabe, able to sustain 440 GPM in the jungle. But Forsaken Archer catching up at 400. So you wonder what's is Corrupted Disciple going to stick to his farming guns, or is he going to try and, you know, finish something like a Searing Light and then maybe join his team, try and take over the Legion jungle, preventing Forsaken Archer from being able to just run circles around it and creep up a storm.
There's so many Legion players in this jungle around the Forsaken. I thought they were gonna run like ganking squad and then Forsaken being on the other side of the map, kind of. Now it's Electrician again, though.
Yeah, and I mean, we haven't even mentioned, okay, Electrician getting pursued by Engineer and Aluna. He's very far away. support comes out from Andromeda to assist. Engineer pushing forward, throwing down a mine. Okay, we've got portal keys in this game that we failed to mention. Pebbles got his at some point, and making some decent progress here on this mid tower. Might even be able to take it with this wave. No fortification, and it just falls to creep, so going to be very useful to his team, exchanging the or getting the enemy's mid tower back as theirs was fallen earlier. But has this portal key now, and you know, he had an awful time in the mid lane. Still decent timing on this portal key. You know, like 17, 18 minutes on it. And with this under-leveled Legion squadron, you know, Aluna, Magnus, he's going to be able to find targets to propel his GPM forward and maybe push towards a staff, as he almost has that first very important piece, the glowstone.
It feels like the same game for Busk no GG. Corrupted has the same items, and then
yeah, they love this Corrupted Disciple carry pick a lot. And
a lot of PKs coming out right now, though, as you mentioned. Magnus just got his, Geo has his.
Right, and we've got a Nullfire purchase on Forsaken Archer, and certainly looks like it's going to be a portal key purchase on Engineer, who is just about 15 gold shy away from it.
Nullfire Blade on Forsaken.
Portal key on Electrician. That would surprise me as well. But I like it.
Oh, why not?
Yeah, beefy presence. Try and burn some cooldowns for the enemy team. Very, very well considered item.
It's
Magnus
going to be a party at
smoked. Yeah, going to be able to maybe get broken smoke. Rally going to get stunned by Magnus. Electrician. Power throw from Luna. Going to get caught. Does Andromeda look to do? Nope, nothing.
803 on this NG. Yeah, there's the PK as you mentioned as well, but this NG is sitting on almost as much GPM as this Corrupted, and he's only got it. He's got right clicks too, but
yeah, the two core positions for Legion, you know, matching Corrupted Disciple and gold value, but I would say the supporting cast from the Hellborn doing a little bit better, but yeah, Geomancer are just going to tank a grip and a Pebbles combo, going to fall very quickly. And you know, I think one of the main differences in this draft has to be the Electrician versus the Geomancer. Obviously, Engineer has higher gold value than Pebbles right now, but you know, they're kind of fulfilling the exact same role, just strong initiator heroes. You know, Geomancer to me just doesn't bring the same value as Electrician does. What are your thoughts on this?
I think it's easier. Wait, you said Engineer and Geo?
Did I say Engineer? I meant Electrician. Electrician and Geo versus Geo.
No, Electrician is for sure. I personally feel like it's a stronger hero. Absolutely, but he doesn't have that same team fight presence. But he can remove and then a bunch of stunners.
Yeah.
It's just, but I mean, Hellborn's maybe a little bit tankier, if you want to put it that way. But I think maybe it just comes down to who gets the first jump, because whoever each side jumps is gonna die. Unless it's an Electrician. Yeah. But other than that, they're gonna kill the target that they jump on. And then they're one hero down, and then the team fight favors whoever jumped first.
Yeah, I think all things being equal, in the early game stage, or even through this mid game stage, as we see the gold value and XP value is pretty close between the two teams, I think this favors the Hellborn draft. I think the deeper that this game goes, the easier Hellborn's draft is to play. I mean, their abilities just seem a lot easier to connect. It's a lot easier for a farmed Electrician to just jump in and grip somebody and start the fight. He's so tanky, so hard to bring down, that he can just do that as soon as he senses that there's an ability within range. Pebbles, really easy to land a group chuck. Aluna going to fall very quickly as she gets caught out of position. On the flip side, right, it seems a little bit harder for Aluna and Geomancer, for example, to make things happen for their team. An Engineer able to just jump in and slam down an energy field, no doubt. Magnus Eruption, as strong of an ability as it is, it's not necessarily, in my view, the easiest ultimate ability to pull off, right? I mean, that channel time certainly makes it difficult to time this ability, and, in comparison to something like, Rally, Compel, Seismic Slam, right? Um,
Yeah, I
just
guess
my 2 cents. I'm not sure if you're picking up what I'm putting down.
I think I know what you mean. Oh, mid game. Mid game, mid lane is what it's called. They're
Yeah,
gonna kill
Electrician
the
gonna fall.
electricians.
Big kill, as we have a level 3 Nullfire on Forsaken Archer, making some good progress towards a Shrunken Head. So this hero is going to be very scary once she starts getting more and more items.
Absolutely. I see your point, but then again, they have a lot of setup on Legion for the Geo ult. Like they have a sure stun on the Aluna, and then Geo with the PK is pretty much a sure stun, and then Magnus with the PK is, it's not a sure stun, but it's a sure stun. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they have so much setup that the Geo makes sense. It's kind of like the Valkyrie. You can't just have Valkyrie and just pretend like she's gonna hit the arrow every time. If you have a setup, then the arrow is phenomenal. If you don't have a setup, not so good. So
right.
I think it's because of the lineup that they have, Geo makes sense in that term.
Yeah, I agree, and especially if heroes are kind of trapped within an energy field, a crystal field inside of that could wreak havoc. But we have an eruption going off. Magnus just not able to, just decides not even to portal key in. Since it's that eruption, Lava Surge is not going to be in range of Electrician. Electrician, by the way, has a glowstone, so
did Alex
undoubtedly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. He just. I'm just gonna say game sense. Maybe saw him off the map and just playing cautiously. So
everyone's missing. Nobody's in the lane. They're probably gonna try to kill me again, aren't they?
Right.
That kind of feel. Nobody's showing on any lane except the Elect top, and then the CD was mid a little bit, but everybody's just. It's such a farm game. I don't know. They picked so many heroes that can just burst down people, and then everyone's farming.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a what do we call this? Yes, these heroes spell out activity if they're able to get their hands on people, but because of that reality, it seems like both teams are kind of deterred from trying to engage each other unless they are confident they can get a clean pick and not lose anybody. So
it feels so weird. Not what I expected. I thought it was going to be more active.
And one top lane indeed. We have Rally getting caught out by Engineer and Geomancer. Champion of Newerth Street for Puppet Soul and Engineer, nearing 500 GPM. Forsaken Archer taking over as the top farmer in the game with 540 GPM. Only going to get higher if he's able to keep this momentum up. Corrupted Disciple, has that finished Dawnbringer, getting close to that Shrunken Head, no doubt.
And the same items.
Third piece of the staff completed on Pebbles. Only needs 900 more for the group chuck. Very much as you said in the last game, very big power spike for that hero.
And they CC this top tower on Hellborn. They didn't do anything about it. And they're not that far behind that they can't. I mean, Rally was dead. But I mean, then push bottom. Like, it feels kind of just so not active. The CD could have been bottom pushing because he sees 5 people top, right? But he's farming the jungle. I'm just curious to the game plan here.
Now, yeah, he's not even going towards lane. Obviously, he doesn't want to go now because...
No, of course.
Yeah, because now they're off the map, but... A Bound Eye picked up by Geomancer. This is a nice little purchase here. Geomancer with a Bound Eye, going to be difficult for the Hellborn to play against.
It's also good for...
sonar ability.
Yeah, and also, like, even though there's no Invis heroes on the Hellborn team, the fact that you have a Bound Eye, you can just counter ward everywhere, just gives you more map control.
And the Geostock, what is the radius on the pulse? 3,000. It's a massive radius.
Holy, that's a lot.
For Revelation. Or I should say maybe soft Revelation of Heroes. But yes, Geomancer gets gone on by Rally, takes a Seismic Slam, Compel. Pebbles trying to make something happen from smoke, misses the Stalagmites, forcing the Hellborn side to back off. Legion, probably comfortable to just... Okay, we've got portal keys. Andromeda gets gone on by Engineer. A very nice target. Though it is a support hero, you never want that Andromeda, pesky Andromeda, sitting on the back line, ready to swap out one of the core heroes that you decide to go on, and they're not finished. Magnus connecting a stun onto Pebbles with Electrician, and rather Engineer. Chuck comes out onto Magnus, putting him in a bad spot. And Electrician getting gone on by Forsaken Archer, able to purge himself away, but gets caught by that crippling volley, and Rally taking huge damage from the piercing arrow as well. And Pebbles caught in no man's land, gonna be able to maybe finish off Geomancer. No! Geomancer lives with just a couple hundred HP. So a huge collection of kills coming out in favor of Denava Brigada as they start to perhaps put the closing touch on this game.
Forsaken got his 2 first kills in the game. At
Yeah.
29 minutes.
Pushing him over 600 GPM, and certainly a dangerous force now as he's got 4,000 gold saved up in his arsenal. What does he go here? Do we pick up a Geos? Do we just say screw it, go for a wing bow?
He has a hatchet still. I mean, Shrunken finished on the CD now. What does he buy? I'm not carry player.
If it were me, if I were considering going Geos, which is a very, very common item on that hero, works really well. You can just push the illusions down lane. We have a surprise mind trap, finding a quick kill onto Rally.
So annoying to play.
Getting the 11-0 streak on Puppet Soul. Seems like we just gotta keep Engineer out of the hands of this guy, but here we go. Pebbles maybe making a stand, saying get out of here. Yeah, but not able to connect.
He's so confident. Nobody is near, and he's like, come get me, guys. He doesn't care. And he's an engineer. He dies so fast. Okay,
the Dancing Blade comes out on Forsaken Archer, just waiting for buyback before he commits to it. Yeah, he's going Wingbow. I suppose he could go Genjuro as well, but
I think Wingbow is better.
Yeah, probably more likely a Wingbow, especially coupled with his Shrunken Head.
Yeah. So CD can't hit him, the other ones can't do damage to him. I mean, Rally can ulti him, but that's not gonna kill him.
Storm Spirit completed on Geomancer. Nice little pickup.
So useful in this game. Storm Spirit. You could use
You
can use it on your
2 of them. Yes, and 2 of them, completed on the Legion side. Not a single one completed on Hellborn.
Just 4 protect 1. 4 protect 1. Yep. This is a full lineup. Like, keep the Forsaken alive and she will win us the game.
Yeah, and I mean, when I mentioned, kind of the ease of play that is offered by the Hellborn draft, just their heroes seem a little bit easier to play. The direct comparison that I didn't mention, as we have a fight breaking out here, energy field in the front by Engineer, who has to back out, gets swapped back in by Andromeda. Engineer is going to fall to Corrupted Disciple, who is putting in auto attacks into Forsaken Archer, who gets caught out, and she is going to fall next to this low Kongor. So a huge fight breaking out in favor of Busk No GG. One little misstep, and now the game seems to be back in their driver's seat as they steal this Kongor away from Denava Brigada. What a huge turn of events. The stat value is still in favor of DB on the Legion side, but certainly is this a turning point in the game. They lost their star player, Puppet Soul and Engineer.
Didn't get his 15th streak.
Yeah, didn't get the Immortal streak. Is now
so
at 12-1, finding his first death of the game.
They're just tearing through this tower. Wow.
Yeah, these Pebbles illusions, group Chuck, just gonna make quick work of the tier 3 tower. Forsaken Archer with the buyback, but opting not to do so, as he won't have teammates. But Geomancer does go in. And we have a port. There was a buyback on Forsaken Archer. No, it's not. It's a natural respawn. It took them long enough to try and go for the tier 3 in the barracks, but trying to see if they can get something. Electrician gonna be caught out. Yeah, gonna be caught out by this Geomancer. Electrician is going to end up falling. Staff of the Master. Yeah, Staff of the Master finished on Electrician now. It's a big item. 4,000 gold saved up on Corrupted Disciple. Nice little item from Magnus here. The Jade Spire, as they go really hard on Corrupted Disciple, but forced to back as they just don't feel confident that they have the damage to finish him off. Yeah, I like this Jade Spire pickup on Magnus, making his life a lot easier.
Increases cast range. Yeah, that's what I remembered. Yeah. Yeah, the Jace bar is really nice.
Dancing Blade picked up by Corrupted Disciple as well, so...
It's going Wingbow as well, I guess.
But what I was saying before that fight at Kongor, when you look at ease of play with direct hero comparisons, I feel like Corrupted Disciple is the harder carry to play effectively than FA. FA just has this... Obviously, you gotta be a good player to stand a chance at these games, right? Not trying to discount anybody's ability to play this game well, but Forsaken does have this little bit of an autopilot mode once she's just able to fire off auto attacks in the middle of a team fight.
Yeah, she just needs to right click. I mean, I'm surprised nobody's bought a Spike Bola yet.
And who knows? That actually, I feel like we've seen Probus buy a Spike Bola on Corrupted Disciple. I might be wrong, but this could be a Spike Bola, which would be a very interesting choice if he does decide to go that route.
Spike Bola. Oh yeah, he can buy it with the Dancing Blade. Yeah, I had to check that. Yeah, you're right. Might be. It's a really strong item because like he has a Shrunken, and then the Forsaken can't hit, and then the rest can't deal damage to him, and then fight one. Shrunken coming out on the Pebbles now too. He bought the hammer.
Yeah,
Warhammer?
the Warhammer. Yeah. So he just needs 900 to complete it now. It's going to be a great item for him. And I don't think this is going to be a Spike Bowl on Corrupted Disciple because I believe he would have this item available to him plus buyback if that's what he wanted to buy. So this is likely a Wingbow coming out.
Can I see somewhere how much? Like he has a buyback now, obviously, but is there a way to see how much gold he needs for buyback?
In spectator mode, I am not aware of a way to do this, so...
Because he needs... Oh, the Spike Bola is super cheap. It's like 700 gold on top of the Dancing Blade. So yeah, he probably... Yes, you're right. Oh, what is that?
And he buys the Fall Bow, which is a new item that builds... Semi-new item that builds into Wingbow.
There we go, yeah.
So, and he commits to it without buyback as Andromeda gets caught on, but a nice double stun coming out from Rally, going to finish Engineer very quickly, and Magnus, the next to fall. Electrician with the double purge, going to catch a Luna. Forsaken trying to put some damage and some threats into the Hellborn side. Geomancer trying to escape with the Geostock. Can Electrician find him with... Dropped the eye to try and escape, and Electrician going to find that kill on Geomancer. So you want to talk about 4 protect 1? How about 0 protect 1 when they're all dead? But there is a buyback on Geomancer, and it's 5 heroes.
Very dramatic. Nobody protects 1. No, but you're right. The buyback is used on the NG, which might be enough to hold them off. Worst case, keep the Rex alive. He has his ulti ready, but this Corrupted is just hitting. Someone has to go. Yeah. There we go. He goes. Pops his ulti. Instant swap from the Andromeda.
Take it away, Trilta.
Gee, sorry. I didn't know. Did he get the double stun with his compel right there? And the poor Forsaken Archer is just being jumped on by
Forsaken Archer just holding. Oh my god.
Holy flip-flop. That was a power show from this Forsaken, just staying alive and hitting 3 people at once. And it's exactly what you said. Holy!
I'm sorry.
Face is red. That was insane.
I know. I told you to take it away, but my goodness, I just couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe my eyes with this Forsaken Archer sitting on like sub 300 HP between 3 heroes, just taking them all out slowly but surely. What a huge turn! They get the barracks, but now it's the genocided Hellborn team that has to worry about theirs. And they have no buybacks on heroes, not on their carry hero, not on their main initiator. They might have one on Electrician, might have one. They probably have one on a Rally, but
they have on Electrician and they have on the Rally. You can see it on the tokens on the first one. They're blue, so they have buybacks.
Okay, yes, you're right. Thank you for pointing that out.
But like they're spawning now, so they're not going to buy back. And it's the Corrupted 10 seconds. They're not gonna commit, no. We got what we came for, boys. Let's get out.
Yeah, this is a smart. Beautiful Han match right here. So many turning points in this match, and what a hell. Forsaken Archer showing exactly why he's here, what he came here to do. Just with the carry presence, cleaving down 3 heroes on top of his racks, holding it strong, getting the racks in return. And now it's like, it just feels so even now. Both teams scared of each other. 5k in the pocket of FA. What's he go for next? I mean, he's got the wing bow. He's got the setup. You know, he's got his next item on the horizon. What do you want to see?
I want to see the spike bowler. But I mean, what else can he buy? He's not gonna turn his investment into a shaman's, right?
Question answered. Symbol of rage.
If he was... yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Wingbow symbol and you're killable.
Yeah, if he was hard to bring down in that situation before, near impossible now.
Kongor has been slain.
Kongor has been slain.
Okay, yeah, so an extra 25 strength from Symbol. Obviously harder to burst down, and if you don't burst him down, punished with the life regen from this item. Super, super strong. And still, take a look at what he's still holding, Trulta. Still got the Sackstone, buffing it further.
Gotta keep it. Valuable Sackstone.
Kongor is going to be traded here.
Oh.
Rally trying to...
I thought we were talking about CD, not Forsaken. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at Forsaken.
Doesn't have a Sackstone. It's like, oh
yeah,
yeah,
no,
my bad.
It's just, yeah, this lifesteal, right? You know,
My
Symbol
bad,
of
my
Rage
bad.
already a
Of course.
huge lifesteal amount, and then yeah, 15% more from Sackstone.
I had a massive brain lag. I was thinking about the CD because I want him to go the spike bowler, but the symbol makes a bunch of sense on the Forsaken, absolutely. That's also a good question. Yeah, if the lifesteal is buffed by the Sackstone.
Lifesteal is considered healing.
Yeah.
So
That's what I thought.
healing done. I think in Han there's only 2 healing sources. I think any kind of healing is considered. Well, that's not true. I think Martyr is a very special case with the HP set, right?
Because he doesn't heal you. It's a buff.
Yeah, it
right?
goes.
Or a debuff.
Yeah, it's like one of the only healing sources that goes through like Self-Horus ulti. But
because it's considered a buff instead of a heal. That's what I'm guessing.
Right. Other than that, anything that heals you, I think it's just considered healing. Other than life regen. Life regen is like separate. So
yeah,
you've
that's
got life regen, you've got healing, and then you've got that martyr mechanic. And those are the only things that raise your HP and run.
Look at us getting all game mechanical. Oh,
hey,
they're gonna get the electrician.
Yeah, electrician getting caught out in this energy field, stun lock, but he is real beefy. You know, one of the things that happens with electrician once he gets the staff of the master is the inability for the enemy team to be able to stun lock him and catch him. Okay, we're not done yet. Magnus finds the stun onto Corrupted Disciple. The swap gets Corrupted Disciple out of the tight spot, but here's Forsaken Archer dumping auto attacks into Andromeda, but she saved the important target.
And she has buyback.
Magnus, yeah, push it forward. Yep, and you know, the Void swap, Void Rip is a pretty low cooldown, so she's gonna have it up if she decides to buy back or respawn naturally.
It looks like CD is going symbol as well. He has a casual hungry spirit. I mean, it is the way to go. Like, it's like standard wingbow and symbol, and then you just can't die, and then a shrunken on top. They can't hit you, they can't stun you, and just hit them down.
Yeah, and I mean, just to bring it back to our discussion about game mechanics, you know, I mean, being a good Han player, you gotta know your game mechanics. I mean, that's one of the reasons why, you know, kudos to people that love playing MOBAs and have played them for as long as a lot of the people in the community have. MOBAs are extremely hard games to learn because of the learning curve of game mechanics.
Sure.
And
For
so it extends beyond, you know, just knowing what all 4 abilities do on a hero, right? It's, you know, it's how they interact with the other abilities in the game. It's how they interact with items. And there's just so many facets that make MOBA a deep style of game that just, it's why you can find endless joy. It's why a player like me, and I'm sure you were talking about this before the match, right? You've been playing Han for close to 10 years, right?
I've been in the community, I guess, for close to 10 years. I haven't played that
Yeah.
much in the last few years, but yeah, I've been
Exactly. It's why you can play a game like this for over 10 years. It's because no game
Yeah, it
is
never
ever
gets
the
boring.
same, and there's just, yeah,
Yep.
it's just so deep in terms of, you know, the complexity that it provides. So that's why we love a game like Han. So
Yeah, there's so many options too, like the way you can build up a team, the way you can build up each individual hero to have different roles in the game. And also personal styles. It's always fun to watch people play whatever hero they see as the best hero in the game, because you and I have different options to that. Like, I love this kind of hero, you love that kind of hero, and then
yep.
we have different play styles too. I like to kite, you like to jump in. Like, it makes for so many options. It's never boring.
Exactly. And it's why we love being in the caster's box, because we get to see that on full display. But Engineer, smoke gets popped. We've got a stun, double stun combo. Swap saves Corrupted Disciple, who's on FHB, but Forsaken Archer, triple Seismic Slam comes out from Rally. 4 heroes caught in this energy field, but Forsaken Archer is one of them, who's just pounding auto attacks into 3 or 4 different heroes with that split shot. Pebbles gets caught, and now
Instant
it's
buyback.
just instant buyback from Corrupted Disciple, buyback from Pebble, trying to make a stand to save this barracks, but what a fight for the Legion, who lose nobody. And they take
Baller.
out 4 heroes on the Hellborn side. Is that right? 4 heroes?
I think that's right. Yeah, 2 buybacks and 2 that's 4 people. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so good. Like, you had Forsaken just sitting in the middle of the energy field, just being protected, and then also the jump. It's some of the things that I mentioned earlier. I thought the NG was gonna get jumped, but he was quick on his feet, and then they just jumped the other side, and then Rally is just way out of position because he was ready to go somewhere else. And it's just whoever gets the jump just gets the fight.
And look what Engineer has in his arsenal. He's got the Finnish sheep stick now. So with the blink sheep stick and the on top of the shrunken head, you know, has probably one of the best item trios in the game. You know, one of the most reliable forms of initiation that just comes from item. You know, just disregarding what your hero kit provides. When you got blink sheep stick, you're a foe to be reckoned with.
They didn't get the tower. Like, what did they get out of it? Like, they get a lead, but I mean, this game is not about having the most farm, it's about killing the enemy base.
They got 2 buybacks, and a lot of times,
That's
you know,
a lot of money, yeah.
Yeah, not just that, but I mean, you know, buybacks don't come back, you know, so
True.
if they're able to commit or get Corrupted Disciple or Pebbles to commit another buyback, then if they ever pick them off, they are out. Especially at this stage of the game when you're approaching that level 25 mark, you know, you're dead for almost 100 seconds, but Rally gets blink sheeped into an energy field, but Andromeda swaps him out. A nice little stun from Magnus, but we have a kill on Andromeda. Nice Pebbles combo is going to catch Geo and Magnus, but Pebbles, with no cooldowns up, is taking lots of auto attack pressure from Forsaken Archer, who is just going to rip through Rally. Almost brings down Electrician, but Corrupted Disciple able to walk away, as well as Pebbles. And we do have a buyback on Geo, a dead Magnus, but Forsaken Archer over here in the front lines. Shrunken Head is on cooldown. Are they going to be able to bring him down on top of what Engineer and Aluna can bring to the table to assist him? No, they have to give the barracks to Forsaken Archer. So now, De Nova Brigada up a full barracks in this game with a Genjuro, Forsaken Archer, with 3,600 more gold. What does FA buy at this game? He is 6 slotted now, right? Doombringer, I'm almost thinking he just dumps his money into Corrupted Swords as long as he's got buyback.
I am, yeah, why not? Did you see Electrician showed bottom? He was bottom pushing a lane. The second he walked up to the lane, NG jumps in top with his sheepstick.
I missed that, thank you.
That was fantastic. As map awareness, awesome.
Yep, just realizing that they're a man down inside of the base and realizing they have the tools to make an initiation happen.
And so fast too. It was so instant. I looked at the map, I saw NG walking up to the lane, and then I looked top and he was already in. That was amazing. The quick reactions on NG.
Hellborn better be careful with their next move. Forsaken Archer has double damage. 600 damage auto attacks from Forsaken Archer.
Pebbles?
Imminent if an initiation happens. Collected around this Kongor. Legion. Oh, Geomancer goes in. Andromeda gets caught. They are trying to take away the swap availability, but Electrician just getting ripped through by these double damage auto attacks. He went in for the purge, but gets caught. Andromeda going to swap away. Pebbles and Corrupted Disciple now. Forsaken Archer losing that high damage potential because he is conduited. Not able to steal back too much HP from his lifesteal, but Corrupted Disciple falls very quickly. Pebbles able to live a little bit because Forsaken Archer with the nerf damage, but now it's a full genocide on the Hellborn side. And a buyback? No, a CC, a GG called. Denaver Brigada takes game 2, sends it to game 3 of this series. Buckle up, everybody. This third game